Hi, I'm Karen, Dr. Otto's wife and front desk manager. My full-time job is speech professor at Florida Community College. Each semester, I do an example informative speech. I do a speech on chiropractic because there's so many people who don't understand what chiropractic is really about. So this is my myth of chiropractic speech. How many of you have ever taken an aspirin or an Advil because you had a headache or a backache or some kind of pain? How many of you have ever taken a prescription drug, whether it be penicillin, erythromycin, amoxicillin? I used to have to take all of that too, until I learned about chiropractic and what chiropractic care can do for my body and my whole well-being. There is something that no medical doctor ever tells you. The body has the ability to heal itself. 1.6 billion prescriptions are given out every year, and out of that, 1.5 million people are hospitalized as a result of side effects to those prescriptions, according to Dr. Romberg, Chiropractic First. So I'm going to talk with you today about the myth of chiropractic by first discussing some of its history, what the job of the chiropractor is, and finally, some of the benefits of receiving care. So let's begin by discussing some of the history. Chiropractic care has been around for a really long time. In fact, some of the earliest pictures of someone doing something to another person's spine were found in cave paintings. In Egypt, it was written that if you had a strong and healthy spine, that you were a healthy person. It's this man over here, Dr. Daniel David Palmer, who's credited with the first chiropractic adjustment on September 18, 1885. There was this man here, Harvey Lillard, who worked as a janitor in Dr. Palmer's building, and he had lost his hearing at a young age. Dr. Palmer had been studying a lot about the spine and asked Mr. Lillard if he could check his spine. He found something that seemed to be out of place, and he applied a pressure or force, put that bone back into place, and instantly Harvey Lillard's hearing was restored. Well, this created quite a bit of controversy, because how could something in the spine have anything to do with the rest of the body? It's this man down here, Dr. B.J. Palmer, who's credited with the development of chiropractic as a profession, according to Dr. Keating building the Palmer Enterprise. B.J. Palmer started the first chiropractic college in Davenport, Iowa, which is why the American Medical Association thought that Dr. Palmer was the most dangerous man in Iowa, which leads us to why this profession has become a mystery to so many people. You know, oftentimes chiropractors have been called quacks and not real doctors. According to the book Really, I thought chiropractors cured back and neck pain. It takes a minimum of 6 years of education for someone to become a doctor of chiropractic, but most receive 8, 4 in an undergraduate institution and 4 in an accredited chiropractic college. They study a very rigorous curriculum. In fact, they study the exact same thing medical doctors do, with the exception of drugs and surgery. They have to pass a 4-part national board exam as well as a state board, and you'll be happy to know that Florida has one of the most difficult state boards. Now, this is what chiropractors are trained to do. They are trained to locate and remove nerve interference, and this nerve interference is called a subluxation. So what happens is your brain works as master control, and it sends all these impulses to every organ, tissue, and cell in your body. Well, sometimes one of those bones get out of place, they put pressure on this nerve, and now your body can't function at 100%. Chiropractors are trained to find out where these misalignments are. They put those misalignments or subluxations back into place, and then your body can function at 100%. Everyday activities cause subluxations. The way that you might be sitting right now, the bed that you sleep in, the poor posture you have when you lay on your couch at night, or you sit in your recliner chair. Trauma, toxins, and thoughts can all cause subluxations. Chiropractors are trained to find these misalignments and put them back into place. Now, some people think that they can just adjust themselves. You know, I get up in the morning and I move my head this way and that way and I hear all this popping and I feel pretty good, and so therefore I've just adjusted myself. Well, really, you've more harm than good, and you've moved those bones that are already in place, not the one that's out of place. It takes a trained professional to do this. And that popping sound, people get afraid. They think, oh, it's so dangerous. I don't want my bones to snap and crack together. That popping sound you hear is just nitrous oxide being released, air. It's very safe to receive a chiropractic adjustments. And results take time. People think that they should just have one adjustment and that should cure them for the rest of their lives. But we do many things that harm our body each day. And so chiropractic care should be a lifelong event in order to maintain wellness and have your body function at 100%. So this leads us to the benefits that you could receive by getting chiropractic care. We need to learn that there was an inborn, innate intelligence given to us at birth that allows the body to heal itself as long as it's not interfered with. Chiropractic care should begin at birth because that's the trauma that all of us experience with the tugging and the pulling as the head comes out, and even worse if it's a cesarean section. According to your child in chiropractic, children won't get sick as often or less severely if they do get sick. It has been proven to help with things such as colic, ear infections, bedwetting, learning disabilities, hyperactivity, and attention deficit disorder. It also helps adults get healthy. They don't have to take all those horrible medications that do horrible things to your body. And of course, as a result of that, you save money. And even those symptoms, the chronic back and neck pain, even those will eventually disappear. Finally, today I have talked to you about the myth surrounding chiropractic by first discussing some of its history, what the job of the chiropractor is to locate and remove nerve interference called a subluxation, and finally the benefits that you can get by receiving chiropractic care. Trust in the inborn intelligence of the body that made the body, for it is the power that made the body that heals the body, not any drugs, pills, or potions that we put into our body. Ask yourself this one question: does the Band-Aid heal your cut, or is it the life force within?